Here only you can write down 4 seasons of India. The first season you write down hot and wet rainy season. Hot and wet. Just copy down and keep. Anyway, we'll discuss hot and wet rainy season. Along with the months only you write. It is from June to September. The second season, it is season of retreating monsoon. Season of retreating monsoon. That is only 1 month. That is October to November. October to November. The next, it is cool, dry winter. Cool and dry winter. That is which month, anybody? It is December to February. Understand? It is December to February. And last and the most important season, anybody, which we are having it, hot and humid. And dry hair, it's okay, you can write in summer. It is which month to which month? March to May. It is March to May. Okay, that's it. Okay? Okay. Just relax, just listen. I'll explain to you what is this. Now, till date, you and me understand the word climate and weather same. Sir, weather of India. Wrong. Climate of India. Weather of Navi Mumbai. Correct. Climate of Navi Mumbai. So, what you think that makes the difference between the word weather and climate?
Sir, weather is day-to-day condition of
wonderful day-to-day condition, and climate we observe for a minimum time period. Huh? How much? How much? 30 to 35 years continuously. As he said, it is for a smaller geographical area, weather, and climate for a larger geographical area. Weather gives me daily changes in atmosphere, temperature, pressure, humidity, air, wind, etc., etc., etc. Climate will give me a long run picture. So 25 years के ऊपर तो जाना ही पड़ेगा. I said India's climate is monsoonal climate. India's climate is tropical climate, or nowadays they say subtropical. How many years the geographers might have observed? 30 to 35 years. This year I am saying monsoonal. Next year windsoonal. अरे ये क्या है? हर साल थोड़ी change होगा climate. Somebody asked me, sir, why so long, sir? Let it observe this year, next year बोल देना कि India's climate is this. Why? Next year the climate might change. Because now due to global warming, you know good. Sir, rains in the time of Diwali, sir. Huh? What? You are ready to burst the crackers on the rainfall. Kya mummy rainfall? नहीं बेटा रुक जाओ rainfall जाएगा. Rainfall 3 दिन तक नहीं गया, वो crackers burst करने का time ही गया. Means what? There is no fixed climate now. Now we are having this summer scorching heat. I think April is just finished. and May is just beginning. Temperatures, Scotches 37, 38, 41. Mumbai वरना 41, 42 सब बहुत कम जाता था. One of my colleague, he is from Rajasthan. Last week he has visited his own hometown and he was calling me. Bola, how hot? Kuch nahi, 52. 52? Ah, sir, nose bleeding. Correct that? So how he was living? Although I am saying India is a tropical climate where the temperature throughout the year is 30 and above. 30 and above. Like example, average. Do we have places which is very cold? Which places? Ladakh, Kashmir, Kargil. To have one glass of water in Kargil, only the army people live. You and me cannot live there. Right? They say they have to melt 4 cubes of ice to get one glass of water. And once I was seeing one of the army ranger, jo border mein bichara hai, he was trying to break a egg to make omelette. Egg was just pompey ball. And he was trying to break it with hammer also. Egg bolega fevicol khake murgi na dati hai. So we have extreme. In fact, the hottest day temperature in India is recorded in a place in Jaisalmer called Rajasthan. 49 degree. So Rafi bola apne 50 months. That for 1 year, 2 years. But if I want to say Jaisalmer is the hottest place, minimum it should go for at least good number of years. And the hottest day was observed for 49 days, the same night. Any idea what might be the temperature? 10 degrees. Throughout the day it was severely hot. And in the night, I don't know, I haven't gone to any time desert. Hopefully you, they said, sir, desert night mein bhi hai na, it's very chilly because everywhere it is sand and that sand, you know, loose sand. It's too difficult to handle. At least, I mean, Mumbai, days are hotter. Days are hotter and nights are warmer. Days are very hot, 45 degree. And night में हम लोग 10 degree में रहेगा तो कैसा रहेगा? Body will not bear. So next time onwards, when we try to understand the word climate, it is totally different from the word weather. Smaller geographical area, shorter duration of time, and some minimum changes. As I said, daily, it can be for a week. It can be for a fortnight. What is fortnight?
So 14 days.
And the 15th night. इसलिए उसको fortnight बोला. Somebody asked me, sir, अगर 30th night आएगा, मैं बोला third night. हैं? ऐसा कोई word ही नहीं है English. Third night. It can be for 1 month, maybe for 2 months. I'm saying climate, weather of Maharashtra for next 6 months. ओए, आज बोलता तो कल ही climate change हो जाता. तो 6 months का किधर predictions लगा? But can I say climate of India is tropical monsoon? Yes. How many years they might have observed? Sir, minimum 30 years they might have observed it. Continuously ऐसे रहेगा. That is why it is monsoonal climate. And do I ask you, is climate and weather have any influence over you?
Yes.
Really? What? I don't think so.
Depends on us, like.
सर घर के अंदर तो एसी ऑन कर लिया, बट बाहर क्या एसी उठा के सर पे फिक्स करके जाएगा? We are not farmers anyway, so it is not going to have any influence. Farmers, समर आने से पहले सब कुछ जाता रहेगा, यार मैंने ये डाला है, there is no water at all, क्या पानी कुआं में भी नहीं है. For him it's the biggest tension, as if Russia is coming and attacking his crop. For you and me, rainfall आने वाला है, I have to plow the land, I have to put the seed. हम बोले rainfall आने वाला है, पहला rain umbrella ले. In fact, Mumbaikars are very good people. After 1 or second rainfall only, everyone will be running for umbrella. Raincoats, jackets, I don't know what else. And I remember my personal school days. In 1 week, 6 umbrellas I lost. Mother gave me such good compliments. The next few years I've never used umbrella at all. Schoolboy. Then mother's love. No, umbrella लेके जा. मतलब नहीं मैं lift लेके जाता. Lift ये कौन सा lift? Umbrella के नीचे lift मिलता है. So as per the season changes, our food habits, our daily activity, our little bit of change in the environment also changes. Environment भी बोलता है. Now it is very hot. Watermelons, muskmelon, sugarcane juice, lassi. I don't know what else. Lassi nature नहीं बनाता है. You see, this sugarcane juice walas are in a high business. As soon as the first rain geta hai, these people shut down the business and जाता किधर है? So सब लोग है ना अपना गांव भाग जाते हैं और जाके उधर खेती. So look how the climate has have a big influence over you. Sir, we enjoy the rainy season, sir. Here's the reason. Sir, chutti 4 दिन में 6 दिन chutti. Yeah, and one teacher has gone in a flood. Very good. Say goodbye to him. Don't come back. Bus cancel, rain cancel. है ना? And Mumbai becomes swimming pools, a swimming pool. And if you are a philosopher or a poet, sir, green belt everywhere. Gutter के ऊपर भी green belt दिखता है. But after the rainfall gone, that was good. And we are living in such Deccan, है ना? Deccan Park, all dongers, ghats become full green and color, waterfalls. And sir, the environment is amazing. So that's why we say climate or weather has a big influence over not only the farmers, but on every person. Okay? Now let us understand the seasons of India. Now India has 4 distinct seasons. How many seasons? Why I'm using the word distinct? Fixed time period. Now let us pick up the first season, or let me write the word. India's climate is best known as what? It is tropical monsoonal climate. Could anyone justify these words? Is it right? Tropical, influence of the Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer passes through center of the country. What is that latitude? That I also know. 23.5 degrees to the north. Correct. And monsoonal, because it is the arrival. Am I using the right word? And it is the departure. This is the arrival and the departure of what? Of monsoon. Correct? Determines the other 3 climates. Is it correct? I don't know. At least he's saying yes. These people are saying "tu bolta hai to correct rahega." The reason which we did. What is the time period of the monsoon in India? Do you think June 1st rainfall start? September 30 rainfall close? क्यों ऐसे क्यों नहीं? Sir, sometimes it starts very late, sir. June 1st week नहीं आया, 2nd week नहीं आया, and we are all at clouds. And clouds हमको देख रहा है, मेरा mood नहीं. है ना? Maybe it starts in the month of July. Take example. Let's use a different color. एक मिनट, हल्के. ये सब लिख दिया. So write that first word, tropical monsoonal climate. Okay, now look here. So I'm saying instead of June, it starts in the month of July. It will go up till the month of. Now this season, since I said October to November, it will also shift. It will go from November to December. Now let us go to the next season. Now what is this? December to February. So it might go to Jan. So this is from Jan to March. And finally the last one. देखो March है. So it will go to April. Somebody asked me, sir, it is only if it is coming late. If it is coming early, same problem. June, it starts in the last week of May only. Last week of May. So instead of September, it will be August. Then here, October. Here, November to January. Then here, till now we have learned June to September, October to November, December to February. ये क्या है? ऐसे nothing but influence of monsoon. If it arrives early, the season also moves early. If it arrives late, season also. Departure also. अगर जल्दी चले जाता है, तभी भी season आगे पीछे होने का chances. So we have to simply understand it is the arrival and departure of the monsoon which determines the setting up of which climate. Other climate in India or other seasons in India. That is why it is best referred as tropical monsoonal climate in India. Got it? So let us write this few lines in your notebook. Climate of India. Climate of India can be referred as tropical monsoonal climate. Climate of India is best referred as tropical monsoonal climate. Hyphen. Influence of the Tropic of Cancer. More. Influence of the Tropic of Cancer more. Full stop. Continue. Next point. It is the arrival and departure. It is the arrival and departure of monsoons in India. It is the arrival and departure of the monsoon in India, which determines the setting up of other seasons. Which determines the setting up of other seasons. Last point. If the monsoon arrives early or late, the other seasons shifts accordingly. I want few of the people to tell me what is the reason it is referred as monsoonal climate. If not entire, just few lines will do. So these chapters are simple, easy, but at the same time, a little bit technical. Technical in what sense? Exact months, exact days. Now we are going to get into all seasons in depth. Although your textbook has a little bit of order, but I purposely put the rainy season first. We are going to, and maybe by the time your school also reopens. So I think after 2 long years of gap, what are you going to do? Sir, maza. What is that maza? Uniform wet, umbrella wet, and go inside the school. School is also fully wet. And then half the students are at the rain. And then I think boys and girls also nowadays football, frantic, This is the season we love the game called football. And what is that cricket? Boria Bistarban. And then you can see so many good changes. What is that? Greenery. Then, sir, flooding. Very popular. At least our city, Navi Mumbai is far better. Flooding is there, but very rare. But Mumbai, आमची मुंबई है कि नहीं गरीब बच्चों का स्विमिंग पूल रेडी हो जाता है व्हाट इज दैट गरीब बच्चों का स्विमिंग पूल and they can't afford a swimming pool but no problems entire Mumbai low-lying areas becomes like that only. And then what else sir the food habit everything hot chai and that what is that maize is it maize मालूम है ना भुट्टा look now only she's मतलब जैसे जैसा बारिश एक्स्ट्रा होता है then हमारा फटाफट गरम समोसा पकौड़ा and what else अलग है every day we are waiting बस 7:30 को इतना heavy rainfall गिर है ना but when I'm coming out of the school no rain when I'm getting into the school heavy rain ये math सब teachers flood में जाएगा तो बच्चे देंगे so these are simple things but nature has its own I think if you try to understand the climate of any other country, Indian climate is by far, I feel the best. Why? At least kuch to time period hai. In some countries, morning you come out of the house, rainfall. By afternoon, it is little bit summer. When you return from the office, snowfall. Which country? Great Britain capital, England's capital. What is that? London. अरे क्या है सर अम्ब्रेला साथ में रखो जैकेट साथ में रखो और ये सब लेके जाता मालूम पड़ा उधर ना रेनफॉल है ना स्नोफॉल है स्कॉर्ची सन टोटल कंफ्यूजन I think India due to global warming changes are happening ऐसा नहीं कि but more or less we predict like when I'm teaching this rainy season now you feel the behavior is exactly the same what is that May से cloud formation start हो जाता है am I correct cloud formation you know what is cloud formation is it evaporation or condensation cloud formation ही condensation से होता है cloud formation is through evaporation and then when water molecules joins together then is the condensation पहला condensation फिर evaporation थोड़ी होगा is it okay so let's take the first climate first season okay Let's draw a rough India. Okay, here what do we have? Arabian Sea. Here what do we have? Bob. What does Bob stands for? And deep in south, इधर क्या है? IO, Indian Ocean. Now let's understand the setting up of the season called, we can say, monsoon or rainfall. It is the month of May or middle month. You have a big zone setting in major parts of the country or mainly the central part. And this is referred as, any idea? I, T, C and Z. Who can tell me the full form? Wonderful. Either it is come on say, intertropical convergence, or you can say intertropical climatic zone. Let me write. It is correct? Tropical convergence. Generally, if you can't spell it properly, you can write climatic goods. Now the question is, what is this? Now you also put the heading first season. It is hot and wet rainy season. Hot and wet. Draw a small peninsula, make that Himalayas. This is our Himalayas. Peninsula becomes like a tube. Convergence or climatic, whatever you feel confident. Once done, say yes, so that we can proceed. Okay. So hopefully we'll understand our monsoon very detail. Huh? So as soon as the season starts, आप घर में बोलने का, ये सब हमको पहले से मालूम अभी क्या हो रहा है ना? And घर वाले को बताने का, अभी देखो burst of monsoon होगा और क्या है ना? Shall we? Yes. So now it is, I say, first week of May. Already are we in the first week of May? It will start in the first week, 5, 6, 7, and it might continue 15, 20, we do not know. Now the problem that we say, if ITCZ sets early, am I saying sets early? The monsoon may be what? Early. If this one sets late, what will happen? What will happen? The monsoon will also be late. Can I blame the poor monsoon? अभी तक तो हम लोग monsoon को blame कर रहा था ना? This arrival, departure, monsoon बोलेगा ये मेरा responsibility नहीं है. It is the responsibility of. Now, if anybody asks you what is ITCZ, besides the short form or full form you say, what is ITCZ? It is a zone of high temperature, है Is the temperature high during this time? Yes. And low which pressure? Atmospheric pressure. I am saying it is a zone of low high temperature and low atmospheric pressure. Now put the question in your notebook. What is ITCZ? Below the diagram. What is ITCZ? CZ. Don't write the abbreviation, directly write. It is a zone of high temperature and low pressure. It is the zone of high temperature and low pressure. Which prevails over central and northern part of India. Which prevails over central and northern part of India. Which prevails over central and northern part of India in the mid of May. Okay, not well. Stomach pain. If you want to tell a ground man, no issues. I will give the time because you are continuously sitting for some good number of 2 hours. Is it? No, it was great. You came running. If you want, I'll wait out. You can? Achha, that's the reason. Where are you from? Coming from? Achha, careful, huh? No, that's okay. So now, when I say the word ITCZ, is it visible to you and me? And how do you know that it is ITCZ? It is a Ye questions you guys don't get all this. Some people ask me some absurd question. So is it similar like this, or if I tell you some new thing, mala bolna. Bola kal mere ko news mein sun kya. It is the satellites. It is the pictures. Do we have a department in our country called MET? Not MET. Full form kya? Meteorological Department. Do we have it in Bombay? 2 places, in fact. If you see the newspaper every day, the first page only they will give it. Which place? One is Santa Cruz, another is Colaba. Right, somewhere. Met Department in Mumbai, somewhere in the margin. Met Department in Mumbai is at Santa Cruz and Colaba. MET. You want me to give? Look here, this is the Met Department, or you write meteorological, which gives you all information about the climate and the weather. One is Santa Cruz. This is mainly for Bombay and Kolkata. So next time, at least tomorrow, only you go and see the newspaper. Every day, the first page of generally all newspapers will have it. First, they will say Santa Cruz. Second, it will be Kolkata. So are we good to go again? Okay. Now the setting is done. Now what is happening? At the same time in Indian Ocean, it is just opposite of ITCZ. So what will be the opposite? Come on, Shruti, tell me what is opposite? It will be a zone of low temperature. It is high. Which pressure? Atmospheric pressure. What is going to happen? Generally, if you have seen the movement of the wind, which pressure to which pressure the wind blows?
From high to low.
High to low. Confirm? Here we are having low pressure in India. Outside India, over the Indian Ocean, we are having. So the wind starts now. Correct? So we can say this. And we call these as trade winds. It will bring moisture with it. As it is crossing from Indian Ocean, correct? Are you seeing it? It is already going to pick up a lot of moisture. Now, if I say in India, this monsoon is called as southwest. I'll tell you the reason why. It has two branches, southwest. Any idea? One is Arabian Sea branch, another is which branch? Bob branch. What does Bob means? Sir, although it is one stream of wind, but when it is coming inside India, since India is having which part? Peninsula, it obstructs the river, the wind. So it is from one branch, it will enter from Arabian Sea, and other branch, it will enter from Bay of Bengal. Are you seeing it? So we say these are north trade winds, northeast trade winds, and on the top they are which winds? They are moisture laden winds. What is the meaning of the moisture laden? It is full of moisture. But then when it is blowing over here, again more moisture. Correct? And when it is blowing over here, again more moisture. Now we are at the last week of May and the first week of June. Now, since it is already having moisture, it is carrying more moisture due to high rate of evaporation. Slowly, what is going to happen? Now, the condensation process will set in. So, these winds are moving up, moving up, moving up. Now, we have a great climatic divide. What is it? It is written there. As if you are running away from the house and your mother and father. So the Himalayas is standing tall. If you have seen that Ambuja cement at इतना बड़ा हाथ आता कभी देखा इतना बड़ा हाथ नहीं. So now remember this Himalayas is a divide which obstructs the which wind, the moisture winds, trade winds. Instead of escaping into Tibet then to China, Himalaya says, "Hey man, where going?" बोलते नहीं हमको बच के जाने का. No going, go down. So now the Himalayas is going to block them. Since Himalayas block, now they'll take a U-turn. तो सब लोग बोलेगा कि ऊपर जाके फायदा नहीं है, उधर हिमालय भाई खड़ा है. तो दूसरा बोले क्यों? मैं जाएगा. चाह वो टर्न करके ही देगा. Now since they're already full of moisture, here what might have taken? Evaporation, correct? Here what might have started now? It is condensation. What is condensation? Water molecule, vapor into water molecule. Here evaporation, water molecule into water vapor. Now this is 10th of June. Maybe 7th of June, we do not know. We have two parts of India which gets first rainfall from this. Any idea? We have this Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And then we have which part? Correct? The first shower, in fact, it is Kerala. And they call that shower as mango showers. What is mango showers are? It is good for the ripening of mangoes. Maharashtra में बोलेगा सर हमारा महाराष्ट्र ने क्या पाप किया? हाँ.
So why if the first rainfall come here, why not?
It is the reversal of the wind. It is the setting up of the states, and it is the movement of the wind that it will reach the condensation level to Kerala only. आप बोलेगा सर इतना स्टेट को बच के तो directly Kerala में जम मारेगा. And you are looking India from like this. I have to show you India like this. You understand? India थोड़ी ऐसा है. ये तो मैं आपको अभी 2D पिक्चर दिखा रहा हूँ ना. But imagine it is like this. It is like this. The wind, है ना? Himalayas. Himalayas अभी ऐसा है. It has struck, so it is going to fall. And where it is fall, Kerala might be on that path. But 2D hai, I cannot make this board come here like this. Correct? So that's a wonderful term. So why only Kerala? Itna states mein kya U-turn left turn maar ke aata hai kya Kerala mein? So if you are looking map, it will be like this only. And wind. The Himalayas will be somewhere here, north side. It is blocked, so it is going to fall. Fall, it is the Kerala. And why not Tamil Nadu? It is on the wind shadow, you know, rain shadow. Uska opposite side mein hai. So why it is mango showers? Anybody? helps in the ripening of mangoes, and then Andaman Nicobar. And once it is these two parts of India gets the rainfall, people will say rainfall begins in India. Southwest monsoon has striked. Then they will tell you, Maharashtra mein 8 पे आएगा, उनको मालूम है फिर वो wind किधर travel करेगा. Wherever the wind is traveling, what will also come along with them? The clouds will also come along. Understood? So try to make this some. I had used a little bit of color pens, so you also try to make. फिर नीचे ये लिखो Southwest monsoon, Andaman Nicobar and Bob branch. You want me to make the picture again? Quite understandable? Okay. Then I'll give you some technical terms. So now you can glance at the first you draw this and try to draw it in a very understanding manner. And right below Southwest monsoon, two branches, Arabian Sea branch and Bob branch. Do you have a textbook or a volume? Volume? Now look at certain pictures which is given, not pictures, we can say diagrams. It's on this one. Are you seeing this? So this is that movement of the southwest monsoons in India. And this is the second monsoon that is northeast going out of India. This we have not discussed. And then you can see the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. And after this, you again go down to the distribution of rainfall. You come down to the seasons. Which seasons? This is which season in our volume? Second, southwest monsoon or rainy season. Did they say? Just silently read this and tell me. I will give you what is burst of monsoon, then what is dry spells, which is highest rainfall and which is lowest rainfall, something like that. It's the second season as per your volume, southwest monsoon. Na? Any doubt? This part of the diagram? Absolutely. I'll erase it. Let me erase on this. Always the explanation, if you are able to pick up like this, it becomes so easy to memorize the chapters, correct? It's so easy to learn the answers also. us understand the second season. I only draw these pictures for the second heading in your notebook. Season of retreating monsoon. So what is the heading as per the volume? That same only, na? What is the heading there? Season of retreating monsoon. Shall I? Once you have drawn this, pack up. Be ready to jump out of the doors, not windows. I think that last minute is always special for you. Huh? School or classes. I will also get here. But explain one thing. Huh? Let's try to do this. Pack everything. Put it inside. Relax mind se sunne ka. Don't want to. What was your celebration today? Was क्या किया आज? Biryani, sheer kurma. Nothing नहीं. Really? And sheer kurma? नहीं बना. Not the family members. Where you live here or in office? That's it's part of it. हमारा branch of the Roman even either close by or somewhere here. Okay. Now this wind is totally different from the wind that we have discussed earlier. She is accepted. How about you two? Not accepting? It is opposite. It's like your parents and you. Are you? She is yes. How about you? How about you? No. Are you exactly opposite of the parent? He is exactly good with the parent. Good bonding. कब तक? जब तक वो लोग अच्छा देखो he is given the time. उसके बाद टाटा. Don't be like that. Okay. Now why I'm saying this is opposite? It's very simple to understand. On one side we have done the earlier wind. We call that is from where to where? Sea to land. Am I correct? And whereas this is already land only. Now it is getting into sea. Is it coming into sea?
Yes.
Now tell me which wind will be more dry. This wind, northeast. And which will be more wet? So if I say southwest is going to give you 80% of the rainfall, I am saying this is going to give you only 20% of the rainfall. बोलेगा क्यों? इसके साथ क्या भेदभाव है? Why this is orphan treatment?
Because wind is carrying moisture.
Lot of moisture. Now it's just going out. Because however you get a good lectures or a good treatment, sir, 2 minutes, sir. As if you go to a place very new to you, not your family member, but they give you best treatment. Will you stay there for 15-20 days? They will only push you out. Nikal abhi, aise bahut ho gaya. But when you are in your own house, go on. So now you remember these are those people who are going out. And since they are going out, it is this wind only which has turned and coming out of the going back to the sea. Where it has originated, it is going there. And since they are not very moisture laden winds, they are dry winds, they are going to give rainfall only 2 parts of India. One is Tamil Nadu. Have you heard about Tamil Nadu? So we say it is coastal Tamil Nadu and coastal Andhra Pradesh. Coastal AP. Where is Andhra Pradesh? Can I say? Yes. And Tamil Nadu, something like this. And that also not goes into Andhra Pradesh, goes into aisa kuch nahi, only the coastal part. Which part we call, this is which coast? Coromandel or Malabar coast? This is Coromandel. Malabar is towards the opposite, Kerala. And they are blowing where entire country is slowly stepping into which season? The winter. ऐसे नहीं कि rainfall खत्म होते तुरंत winter आता है इंडिया में, नहीं, it will take some time. On one side they are dry winds, they are having less moisture. On other side they are blowing from land to sea. And since they are dry, it is only 20% of the rainfall. And that also which part of India? Coastal AP and coastal. Can you expect it is going to big change, bring greenery? कुछ नहीं, चुपचाप वो जा रहा है और जाने वालों को क्या कान पकड़े कि जगह नहीं आप पूरा रेनफॉल देख के जाओ, बोलेगा भैया मेरे पास ही नहीं है, मैं क्या करेगा? No, you must give. So it is normally the southwest monsoon is more dependable. This is less dependable. What happened? You are experiencing stomach pain. वही बोला जाकर आ, अरे have some hot water I can arrange for you. Then what? Cramps हो गया, and then stand up. What is it? I can get you. So you are. What is it? Somewhere.
So like massage.
हाँ तो get up and just loosen it up ना. कौन देख रहा है? Camera is on my side. Why are you taking the pen? Go to the end. कब से बोल रहा है? Why are you शर्माई? जा फिर भी कर ले. Then you go out. Whatever you want to do. And just stretch it, do whatever stretching you know. So we always believe that northeast monsoon wind is not the main wind which we have it. So it is the opposite of the which wind? Southwest monsoon. Absolutely clear. So will it retain this picture in your mind at least till we meet next time? Okay. Thank you and good night. Please read both the seasons carefully and meet me in the next lecture. And if at all we have this history and geography like this, I will do which chapter in history? First chapter. Which is that chapter name? First War of Indian Independence. Only the causes you must read. Okay. Thank you. Good night and take care.